Hello and happy new year, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of the PlotCast. I'm your host, Nate Slater.
And I'm Chris Sandbrook, and today we're going to be going over our 2026 hot list. So, what is our 2026 hot list exactly? Well, it's just what we're looking forward to seeing this year, whether it be video games, movies, TV shows, Nate going crazy. It's what
Woo!
we're looking forward to. So, Nate, I know you are super excited about a lot of releases this year. Um, I will say, it's a little lackluster this year. While there's plenty to be excited for, I feel like a lot of projects I'm really looking forward for is just way off in the horizon.
Even though we got stuff coming out on the horizon, we're really here to talk about what's coming out this year that we are looking forward to. And I guess I'll start with a few. First thing first, that's coming up very soon is Resident Evil 9. That is a video game I am
Yes.
looking forward to, especially me who loves Resident Evil games, decided to take my time and finally playing Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. I don't know why I waited at least for 7. Well, I know why. I wanted the VR headset, but 9 was announced and I was like, I just gotta play it, back to back.
Yeah, it's funny because I just today, because you went through all of that, started replaying number 7. I never beat it all the way through, like with all the DLCs. So I just reloaded my game save and it was 2018 save.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it took a minute to pick back up where I left off, but it's fun. I forgot how short the game is.
Yeah,
Um, Overall, I mean, when you take in all the aesthetics, especially your first run through, you're worried, you're going slowly and whatnot. But after, like, what's around the bend, you're like, ha, phew,
I
I'm
got this.
flying.
Yep. Forget the molded. I'm running past these mothers.
And yeah, I will absolutely go through Village before the new game drops. I
Mm,
am very excited about it, more so than the movie that's coming out this year.
mm.
They are, if you are not aware, restarting the franchise movie
Again.
wise again. Um, well, the last one was pretty horrible.
Yeah, garbage. I mean,
Yeah,
the attempt was there, but it was a very lousy attempt.
It was also what, during COVID that came out.
Yeah,
I think there was a lot of production issues due to COVID. But yeah, that aside, it was not great. This one though is going to be headed by the writer director of Weapons that recently came
yes.
out. Got a lot of press on that. It was a pretty decent movie. I didn't really care too much for the end,
I
but
agree.
that being said, success is success, and that led to the director to move into this franchise. However, based on some interviews, I don't think it's going to go the way fans want it to.
Yeah, and he clearly said, "I'm a fan of the games, haven't watched the movie, so this is gonna be great." And then he does another interview, and then it totally seems like he's totally backtracking on what he was saying, which I'm sure maybe it might not be him, it might just be the studios like, "No, we want this." So I
Sure.
I I don't know. I'm gonna
Either way,
wait
it
to see a
doesn't sound
trailer.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see a
I
trailer and determine if it's gonna be even worth my time.
Yeah, exactly. But that being said, for video games coming out this year, there are some decent ones. The one thing I have to get out here, okay,
Mhm.
is,
Yeah.
and we're all thinking it, GTA 6. It's coming,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It's coming. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because we were told we would be playing it by now. I would have beat it by now if it came out when it was supposed to.
I don't
And
know if
then
you
the
would have
second
beaten it by
release,
now.
and then the third release, and then the fourth so-called release of it. No, no, it's supposed to be coming out this year. They have set for November. That, if it gets rescheduled, if it gets pushed back again, it's not coming out this year.
I think if they do push it back, they might push it back to December. I don't think they'll go into the next year.
They'll
They
go for
might
Christmas.
yeah, they'll probably be like, "You know what? we need another week or 2 on this. Let's just push it back to December instead of November. I mean, there is a chance that they pushed it all the way to November because I think it was supposed to come out in April or something. I think they maybe pushed it that far just in case they needed that extra time to do some final tweaks because they probably don't want to do a CD Project Red Cyberpunk type of thing with this game. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it comes out this
Yeah.
year. I mean, I Grand Theft Auto 4, I was not a fan of. I was a fan of the other games. 5, I really enjoyed when I finally played it on PS4, I believe. So I am looking forward to 6. You know, I live in Miami, so it's gonna be a fun ride. Hopefully, we get to see some Vice City in there. Maybe we get a little nod to Tommy Vercetti from Vice City in there. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know really a hell of a lot about this game, other than location, and just kind of the footage they've shown so far. But as far as
Yeah.
story, time frame, or whatever, honestly, I like the idea of it being new age. So obviously, there's
Mhm.
going to be a lot of time that's passed. Um, so if it's set during current time, then you're not going to see much of the old cast. But I'm sure there'll be references. There are always references when it comes to um, Rockstar games. Uh, so yeah, it's going to be a fun ride regardless. They are just detail oriented, so
Yeah.
we're going to be seeing some. My thing though is how deep are they going? Because I'm not sure if you remember with Red Dead 2, there was some crazy fact where they spent like $1 million on perfecting horse testicles.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to get their horse, anatomy down packed. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be fair too, like, they did a really good job with, like, all the hidden Easter eggs. I mean, I just saw a Reddit article yesterday about how someone just found an Easter egg, like, the past couple weeks that nobody ever noticed. There's, like, a giant cobweb Easter egg that nobody noticed until recently, and now they're trying to figure out the what's going on with all these cobwebs that randomly appear in certain places. I mean, I don't know. I mean, cobweb's a cobweb, but I mean, but they had the
Okay.
UFO thing, which was cool. So I hope they
Yeah.
do more of that. Red Dead was really good at, you know, giving you weird stuff. So I hope they do that in
Red
this.
Dead was focused on you explore and what you find may be absolutely off the wall, but you interpret it how you want to interpret.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wouldn't say necessarily that GTA is that way. GTA is a little more in your face.
Yeah.
But it's still, again, same people, so
Yeah.
whatever. But moving on,
Yeah.
one thing I do want to kind of highlight here is another game scheduled this year is Crimson Desert. Now, for those who are not aware of what Crimson Desert is or haven't heard anything of it. It's kind of a single player game based off of a world created for an online RPG called Black Desert, which it's not necessarily groundbreaking or anything like that. It's just a very fun RPG that I got suckered into playing with my brother, and we had some fun with it. But the detail in this new game, I've been looking at the trailers, looks fantastic. I enjoy the world. I'm already familiar with it, so I am looking forward to it. Absolutely check out the trailer.
Okay.
There's quite a few, and I think I'll run through a quick list of the games that I'm looking forward to
Okay.
here. I don't want to sit on games this whole time, but the new 007 game, First Light, looks
I
pretty
forgot about
good.
that.
It's given me kind of Hitman vibes.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and I still like that. I love the Hitman games. I love the way that they have evolved. And the way that this looks is kind of looks kind of a Uncharted cross with Hitman.
Okay, that's
Uh,
cool.
the main character is very talkative. The James Bond. He is a younger James Bond, so he's kind of more cocky. Um, and yeah, no, it just looks really good. Yes, I have it pre-ordered. I will be playing it day one. Um, Another game that looks interesting. I haven't looked too far into it, but I've seen a couple of trailers, and it's enough to make me go, "Yeah, I might consider getting that." Is Pragmata. It's about a guy who runs into a little android girl. She looks like a regular girl, but she's an android, and based on the gameplay, she's like a core part. She like hangs off your back and protects you.
Okay.
Um, using technology and such. It looks very interesting. I think I'm going to look forward to this and more look into it more because it seems like the type of game that's mechanical. You know, it's you play it because of the mechanics because it's different than most games. Now
Okay.
it may not be. I mean, you as the main character, it's still a shooter in that sense, but the way the game mechanics are revolving around this little android girl hanging off your back the whole game, the vibes that I get from it is kind of Resident Evil 4, where you have to carry
Ashley.
Ashley around all the time. Only this time is like, hey, Ashley's useful.
I mean, I'm just thinking about the whole Star Wars thing when Chewbacca has C-3PO on his back in
Yeah,
Empire
yeah.
Strikes Back.
Well, a little similar,
It's
sure.
kinda
Maybe
funny.
less annoying. I don't
Yeah.
know.
We'll find out.
But while we're in the science fiction realm, I do have to talk about Saros. Saros is a PlayStation Studios game that is releasing this year. It has Rahul Cooley, the actor, playing as the main character. You may know him from Fall of the House of Usher
Yep.
and Midnight Mass.
Yes.
Other Mike Flanagan uh, shows, movies.
Productions.
He first of all, has something that I will be bringing up later, which is fantastic. But yes, Mike Flanagan, we are fanboys. If those that don't know, we are Mike Flanagan fanboys. We love his movies, we love his shows. He will be working on the Dark Tower series, which
Fingers crossed it's gonna be great.
exactly. That's way out there, though. That's one of those projects I'm talking about that's way off on the
Years.
horizon. We can barely see it. But you know, any links to him, any people like he spots talent. And, you
Yes.
know, when I see someone like that, I know that Rahul Cooley is super into nerdy shit. He's very into Warhammer. And I know that he is friends with Hideo Kojima.
Oh,
At least online, they communicate via social media from time to time, where Hideo has commented on a couple of his movies that he enjoyed, and vice versa with Rahul talking back about fanboying about his games and such. So, yeah, can't wait to try that out. It looks very fun. Uh, what else have we got coming out this year?
I mean, really, for me, I'm just excited about Resident Evil 9 and Grand Theft Auto 6. I haven't really looked
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like, gaming for me, I just don't do it as much as I used to, just
No, I
let's
get it, I get it. Honestly, a lot of games for me now are experiences. I
yes.
don't necessarily have to beat it all the way through. I don't have to platinum trophy everything I play. It's more of I see it, it looks interesting enough for me to purchase it and play it. I will give it my, you know, god darn best if it's, you know, worth it. Sometimes it's garbage
Yeah.
and I wish I never bought it, mind's eye. But there's one. There's one game coming out this year. It's not on PlayStation, so I don't know if you'll play it. Maybe you'll get it for PC.
Maybe.
Maybe after checking out this trailer, Kingmakers. Now, it's not
Sounds
entirely
cool.
confirmed for 2026.
Okay.
It was initially. It had play tests for 2025 and they have pushed it back. They have not confirmed a release date. So 2026 is possible, also maybe not. Um, but it looks fantastic and it gives me Army of Darkness vibes.
Okay. That's cool.
And the reason that it looks like that, or rather the reason that I want to play it is it fulfills that fantasy watching that movie of having guns in a medieval world, having your vehicle in a medieval world. It's about we don't know exactly the story obviously, it's not released yet, but, you watch the trailers and basically you see, this character go through a portal in his vehicle, and ends up on a medieval battlefield, running down knights with his car, getting out, shooting people with automatic weapons and shotguns, and it just it it's such a, experience that we haven't really experienced other than through that movie.
I mean, yeah,
Uh
Timeline, was that what it was called? I was just thinking about, wasn't that Paul Walker?
oh, well, no, they didn't really do that, though. They went back in time, but they used swords and
I mean, I
they
think, towards
they
the end, they
blended
did
in.
have some guns. I
Yeah, somewhat. It was barely it was barely like that, especially the
Yeah,
book, Michael
yeah.
Crichton, for those that don't know.
Oh, I see, I didn't
Uh,
know that.
yeah, yeah, one of his last, actual full novels, I believe. But yes, Kingmakers, check out the trailer, it looks fantastic. Um, it looks like a whole lot of fun, and sometimes that's all you need. Whether the story is any good or not, I don't even care. I just wanna get onto a medieval battlefield, run people over, get out of my car, start shooting people.
Something tells me they're gonna have an Army of Darkness crossover at some
Oh,
point with that
I
game.
have
They're
no
gonna do it.
doubt, especially with movies coming out this
Yep.
year. What comes out this year, Nate?
Well, I got quite a list here that I'm looking forward to. I'll go through the movies and then we'll talk about your movies if I haven't named any of the ones that you want to see, and then we'll go into TV. So,
Okay.
movies that I'm looking forward to this year, we got Dune Part 3. The
Yes,
last
yeah,
two
I
movies were really good, and I wasn't a fan. I mean, I've seen the original one, the '70s, and then I saw the, like, TV one, and they were both kinda boring to me, but I did see them when I was a kid, but these movies, like, now, they're really good. They're up there, bro. I'm
right,
excited to see where they go with it, and I've only seen really, the stories that have been put in front of me. I haven't don't know anything past the original 2 movies or, same movie done over again, but,
right.
now we're going into part
Well,
3,
let's
which is
just
gonna
say
push us a little bit
yeah.
further.
It's gonna be a whole lot more God complex-y.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's, as far as the story goes, it's interesting. It does get a whole lot more culty for my taste.
yeah,
I wavered on the books for a long time. I just had quite a few friends that were super into it, that and Ender's Game, so I struggled through those series. But I did, finally read a whole lot of it. And yeah, I mean, it still kind of goes on today with other writers and
yeah,
such. But yeah, it's as far as the movie's concerned, I have no doubt. I mean, just down to the fact that they finally got someone who has vision to do
yes,
these types of movies, because it really is an experience to experience the world, especially visually. The way that it is done is perfect. It's exactly what that movie needs. It doesn't need someone just talking over, in the background, giving exposition. This is the type of movie that you need the feel of being on the sand, the feel of everything coming together. The
yeah,
war, the way the planet itself works, the way everything
the
works. Uh
mythology,
yeah. And and then of course the events as they unfold uh, to really excel with the story.
yeah,
But yeah, it's I think it's being done probably the best way it can be.
yes,
And there's not very many movies that do that, especially based off of
a book,
novels. Yeah.
yeah,
It's refreshing to see someone take that much pride and effort to get something like that done.
now if they could only do that with other stuff that we like the Resident Evil movies, come on, put
Yeah,
some real love
exactly.
into it.
Well, okay, so let's get into video game movies real quick. They do have Street Fighter also coming out,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of backlash on the ethnicity of certain characters in the trailer so far.
yeah,
And yes, I agree to an extent because I mean Street Fighter was picking the best from each nation, and setting them off on the streets. Go take out your opponent. And it is again a very simplistic video game when you get
Yeah.
down to it. But if you're gonna make a movie, um, don't screw up the main, very, very little story it has. Don't screw it up right from the get go. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
like I told you, I'm not looking forward to this movie or the Resident Evil movie
yeah.
at all.
However, there is one video game movie that is coming out this year that I am looking forward to.
I'm still not looking forward to that one either, but go ahead.
Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yes. Okay, so that is a part of the list of nah. Um, the last movie was meh, but I will
Yeah,
also say that came out during COVID.
yeah.
So I will give it somewhat of a pass. I also feel like they've had enough time to kind of put it where it should be.
I mean,
Um,
I don't know, they're not gonna retcon the last movie, so
no, they're not, but we'll see where it goes.
yeah,
You're gonna watch it because Carl Urban is awesome
yeah.
and he's
He's
gonna
the
be
only
playing
reason why
Johnny
I'm gonna
Cage.
watch it.
Exactly. Um, but yes, I'm sure we'll do a review on it. We'll
Oh,
get to
yeah,
that when we get to that.
yeah.
But yeah, Super Mario Galaxy movie, childhood, it's all coming back, and honestly, it looks fantastic. The first one was fantastic. It's actually great that, um, I mean, look at what we had before this, the Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, I mean,
From
I love
utter
I love
garbage to
I love
pure
Bob
perfection.
Hoskins and I love John Leguizamo, but that was not a movie they should have been in.
No.
Waste of their talents. Waste of
Yeah,
everybody's time.
everybody who was in that movie were
Oh,
far more
Dennis was
talented
it,
than
Dennis Hopper?
Dennis
He was
Hopper,
yeah,
yeah.
he was great in
King
it too.
Koopa.
Yeah, let's
No, yeah.
go. Let's not
Yeah,
go,
that
but yeah.
exactly. I mean, that gave Nintendo cold feet for all of their other projects.
Yes.
So, the fact that they are starting to come out and I mean, for one, Illumination as a, company, uh, they've been doing great as far as kids' movies are concerned. Um, they're known for Minions and whatnot, but the quality is there. They care enough to, put story first.
Yes.
Um, that being said, that being said, one other kids movie I do want to mention to get it out: The Legend of Aang, The Last Airbender.
They're making another movie or is it a
It's
continuation
going to
of the
be a
Netflix
movie. It's
show?
continuation of the show into a movie. It was supposed to be released into theaters, however, just recently got downgraded to a streaming release. But either
Uh,
way, it is still a movie that will be released this year. I am looking forward to it.
okay.
This is going to be adult Ang, and honestly, it there's a lot of places this could go. We already have Korra, so like there isn't too much they can really do with it. But I'm sure they're going to surprise us because something that's been in the works for this long can only have built on their lore and built on, you know, just everything they've been working towards.
Yeah.
Obviously, the original creators were working with Netflix for their live action remake of the show, and then they left because of creative differences.
Differences.
Then they decided to do this movie. So, uh, it's a love letter to the fans, and I am excited to check it out when it releases.
Well, I'm hoping both of those movies are good. I've only seen half of the Mario movie before they took it off Netflix. So from what I saw, I really enjoyed it and I want to finish it. As far as the Last Airbender thing, 50-50 on it. I'll watch it, but I'll probably wait a little bit. I liked it, but I wasn't like that big into it, probably because I watched it way later in life. So, but going on to a few other movies here that I'm looking forward to,
Yes.
and this is one that you're probably looking forward to too, but you probably forgot about it, is Evil Dead Burn.
I did
I'm
not forget about it. That was
okay.
actually what I was expecting you to roll into when we introduced
All right.
movies.
So like that I'm looking forward to the most because this should be, from what I'm hearing, this is gonna be the movie that's gonna connect the old movies to the quote unquote remake, and then the last Evil Dead movie, and Bruce Campbell's supposed to be back in it. So I'm looking forward to see where this goes, because Bruce Campbell was really keen on saying he's not coming back, and then he backtracked saying, "Well, if Sam Raimi does it, I'll do
Right.
it." So who knows? It's one of those things where he's like, if he wants to work, he'll work. That's what I
Yeah,
really think it
yeah,
is.
exactly. Well, he's one of those guys that he's not really an actor. He just
Yeah.
shows up because his friends are there.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what he means by, "If Sam Raimi will do it, I'll be in,
yeah. I
but
mean,
anything else and"
it's just one of those things. He's just he I don't think like, when they made the first Evil Dead, they chose him to be the main character because he was the best looking out of all of them. So, yeah,
Yeah,
that's kinda like how he got the role. It's like, "Well, they chose me because I was best looking, so okay." But that I'm really looking forward to. Another movie I'm looking forward to, which is, I think it might realistically here, because of who is doing it, it's probably gonna be, like, movie of the year. I'm talking about The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan.
yes,
This is, like, really his first epic outside
yeah,
of, like, realistically, let's be honest, Batman. Batman's an epic
yeah,
on its own, but, like, old friggin' mythological epic, this is it. I mean, The Odyssey. I mean, high school, we had to read this crap, which was great
yep,
in high school. So, I
and we've
mean,
got quite a cast showing up for this.
yes.
Um, Honestly, they don't have to sell us on much. In fact, I'm glad that they haven't gone out of their way to show us much in the trailers
Yeah.
because, for the majority of people, we understand where it is. What it is and how it all, comes together. Heck, my cat is named after a an event in that novel, if you will. Nemo,
Yeah.
one-eyed cat.
I mean, it makes
Um,
me wonder, are they gonna cover the Iliad in this too, or is it just gonna be the Odyssey? Or if it does well,
uh,
are they going to try and convince Nolan to do the Iliad? I don't know.
yeah,
Nolan is not known for doing sequels unless it was Batman. That's it. So,
yeah, yeah. No, and it's first of all, everything is up to him in the
yeah,
end. If he wants to do it, he'll do it. If he doesn't, he absolutely
they
will
won't.
not. Sequels is not his forte.
I mean, or prequel.
His forte is put everything into the movie. That's why his movies are so darn long,
Yeah.
which is fine by me.
Yes. I mean, give us that epic. Like, the one thing we can count on Nolan is that we're gonna get something original, which lacks in Hollywood today, and it's epic. Everything he does. It's to scale. It's the blockbuster.
Right,
S
exactly.
so I'm
And it
looking
is. It's
forward.
going to be the blockbuster for sure. However, I do want to bring up something. You've mentioned Batman
Mhm.
and great writing, if you will.
Mhm.
This year, we're going to be getting Clayface.
Oh, it's coming out this year?
Yep, this
I know
year is scheduled for the end of this year. Um, and guess who wrote it?
um, I know who wrote it. I don't remember the name. I know the face.
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
Mike
Friggin'
Flanagan.
and the thing is, from what I can tell, it's gonna be more the comic book version. I mean, the more cartoony version of it, from what I understand. So I think this is gonna be a
From
part
what
of
I've been told, it's a little more horror
I
than
think this is gonna
anything.
be maybe more into the DCU. I'm not sure.
Yes, but that's the thing. A lot of people are unsure because, hey, are we going to have Batman? And if we are, whose Batman are we going to have?
Exactly. Is it Robert Patterson, or is it gonna be the new Batman that we don't know who's gonna be even playing him yet?
Right, exactly. So, I mean, it would be nice for it to fit into the Matt Reeve Batman. I mean, it would fit nicely if it's a darker version of it
Yeah.
to fit into the same world as the Penguin,
Yeah.
um, which was a phenomenal show.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I mean, obviously they do have another DC movie coming out this year, which is
Yes.
Supergirl,
Yes.
which
Which
again
I
is actually up there.
And I'm looking
Absolutely
forward
got
to
to see
that.
it.
This one is definitely gonna be more Guardians of the Galaxy to me. I can see it just from the trailer we
Yeah.
saw and whatnot. We finally get Lobo. Jason Momoa gets his wish. I swear it's gonna have that Guardians of the Galaxy feel. It's gonna be that galaxy romp kind of thing.
Yes, yes,
So
I agree, and I can't wait because this will officially be the 2nd movie into his new franchise.
yeah,
Obviously, we did technically have a 2nd, but it was a TV show, it was Peacemaker Season 2, which, again, I don't even know how far we're gonna have to get into the DCU before we even know what happened to Peacemaker at the end of that
exactly.
that that
And
show.
still with the whole Netflix thing, who knows where this is going. James Gunn just put out a statement that it's all very exciting. He doesn't know where it's gonna go, but wherever it goes, he's there for the ride. So if they decide to keep letting him do his thing, he's all for it. If they wanna keep
I have a feeling they will. I mean,
yeah,
currently everything is still separate. It takes an extremely long time for them to consolidate everything together to be
I
one under
I
one
mean, look how
umbrella.
long it took for them to do that with the X-Men,
Yeah,
what Disney had to
exactly.
do. So,
It
we'll see.
yeah, it's going to take a long time. So we're at least going to get through, a few years before we even see Netflix's influence. Um, but yes, Clayface, Supergirl, definitely on the list this year. Absolutely must sees.
Well, let's talk about the big guns coming out this year, and I'm talking about Avengers: Doomsday and Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Like, big Spider-Man fan right here. I'm excited for it. We're gonna get a more grounded Spider-Man, like we kinda talked in one of our podcasts, what this whole thing could mean. It's a soft reboot, kind of. It's not a reboot at all, but it's a reboot for Peter Parker in
Right.
his, you know, now he's gotta go to low tech. He has no help, and then we have Avengers Doomsday,
It's so
which is gonna
funny,
be
isn't it?
crazy.
Like he has to do what all the other Spider-Man before him started with.
Yeah, he has to go now he's backtracking, he's like, "Ugh." But
Yeah,
the one
he
thing
he
that's good
he had
about
a
him is he's
handout.
smart.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, he had a handout at the very beginning because of Tony Stark.
Yes.
And obviously with Doomsday approaching, that's at least to his character going to have a huge effect
Yeah.
because Tony was like a father to him.
Mhm.
And for him to have the face of Victor Von Doom, it's going to be interesting.
Or rather the face of Tony Stark
Well,
on
yeah,
Doom, yeah.
yeah,
But I mean, that it's gonna be interesting how they pull that off. I mean, we don't know. I mean, from the trailers we've saw so far, we know Captain America's coming back for some reason. We see that he has possibly a son himself in the timeline he went back into. We see, Thor is back to being the cool Thor from Ragnarok, and
which
then
we also know that Loki's going to be in it because
yes,
of the way Loki ended the TV
yes,
show. That will be interesting to
yeah,
assuming that they have an interaction in that movie because it's going to be a
yeah,
long movie. It's going to have a lot of characters, but assuming that there's going to be an interaction, Loki is officially like a higher god at this point
yeah.
than Thor,
He's
and that's
technically
what
the
he's
god.
always wanted. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
what he's always wanted, what he always fought for. Now he has it. I don't even think it's going to be something that he rubs in or anything like
yeah.
that. I
Well, it's one of those things he realized in the show, like, this is a burden that he has to bear. If he
Yeah.
wants to, save his friends and save his loved ones, he's gotta be the guy, and he's that guy, and,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
something.
interesting.
It's gonna be pretty insane. I can't wait, to see how this plays out. Um,
And based off
honestly, though
the leak trailer that we get, Cyclops back in his actual X-Men clothes that he wears in the cartoon and comic and stuff, so that's really cool. I can't wait to see Marsden back. Forget
yes.
Wolverine,
Yeah.
we already got him. We want Cyclops. We want him to get his due finally, and I think he's gonna
Right,
get it, even though
exactly.
I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna die in this movie. If not, it's gonna be in the next one, Secret Wars, where I have a feeling, all the different universes are gonna collide into one battle, and there's gonna be one victor, and it's Von Doom.
I think my thing, though, is that I don't know where it's gonna go after this. After we have Secret Wars, I don't know because a lot of the main actors that started this whole project are kinda done with it.
Yeah,
And obviously, it's understandable why they want to move to a younger
Yeah.
cast to keep it going longer. But
Mhm.
the problem is people we d we don't care. We don't
Yeah.
have much of an interest in it anymore, especially having younger people come in and kind of pick up that mantle. Like, it's nice, but
But
I
that's the thing. The younger people are gonna draw in the younger audience. So,
yes,
as we phase out, they have someone to replenish it, which I
yes, but
get it.
the problem is that it's Disney, and Disney's motivated by money, and
Yes.
if they lose a portion, the, older portion of
Yeah.
people going to see it, then they will just cancel the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, either way, that's kinda what's happening. By the end of this, it's gonna be a soft reboot. They're definitely gonna just kinda keep some people get kind of what they've already been doing, but they're definitely gonna reset it to where the MCU just starts completely over, and then it could just be brand new, and at that point, I'll be optimistic about it, but I'll be checked out as far as that part goes. I'll be interested, but if it doesn't go the way I want it to, I'll be perfectly fine with how we started from A and got to B. Iron Man to Secret Wars. I'll be fine with that. If that's how it ends, that's how it ends for me. I'm fine with that. But
Yeah,
I do want to move on to one last movie, which is kind of like an outlier because we haven't had one of these in a long time. And I gotta say, I'm weary about it, not because I don't have high hopes for it, but I've been let down so much, and that is Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu film. I love the Mandalorian TV show. Star Wars has been very hit or miss since Disney got it, and I never thought I would say it, but even I'm getting tired of Star Wars. So
yeah,
I have everybody has high expectations for this movie, and I think if it doesn't perform, Disney really has a problem. But
yes, yes, they
but
do.
will I Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are all over this, so we should be good. Fingers crossed. Hopefully,
Yeah,
they
I
deliver.
I feel like the movie itself will be very engaging.
Mhm.
Um, the problem is it has to set up other things, future projects, right?
Mm. Which
And or
which really
ongoing
which
projects.
really is realistically isn't gonna be much because from what I understand, they're gonna have Ahsoka season 2, which is gonna tie into this movie, and then they're gonna go into, like, I believe, a final movie, which is gonna have, like, the culmination of where this kind of Mandalorian saga has been going. It's kinda gonna be the whole Thrawn, you know, the final remnants of the Empire, being defeated and going off to finally disappear for a while and create the First Order. That's what I think this is gonna kind
Me
of
too,
tie
yeah.
up. Yeah, and that will end that, and then we can just kinda forget, you know, 7, 8, 9, and then hopefully episode 10 isn't garbage.
Hopefully, fingers
Hopefully.
crossed. I honestly couldn't care less at this
Yeah,
point.
exactly. It's just
Um,
like,
yeah,
and
I
the
will
thing
see
is
it, and if
yeah,
it's good, it's good,
yeah,
but I don't have high hopes at all.
yes,
I will see Mandalorian and Grogu. I
yeah,
feel like that's probably got a better chance, than episode 10, but
mhm,
what do I know? I just watch movies. I have 2 movies that I wanna touch on.
okay.
One of them is just fun, is the 3rd of its reboot, if you will, is Jumanji. They are
Oh,
releasing
yeah.
a Jumanji
Yes.
movie. They're enjoyable.
Yes.
It's not anything groundbreaking, it's just fun to go see 'em, and they're just entertaining.
And they're holding up. They're not disrespecting where they came from, for sure. So,
Yes,
I it's one of those few franchises that it's not any worse than the first, in my opinion. I believe they all are on that same tier, which is I think they're one of the few ever to do that. So, let's just
right,
pray this last one
exactly.
is gonna not sink the ship.
Now, the very last movie I wanna talk about is based off of a book that I thoroughly enjoyed. Now, some of you may know about Andy Weir. He did The Martian, which was a huge success when it was turned into a movie. He has another book. Well, he has a couple since then, and they have all been fantastic. But this one is amazing. Project Hail Mary. It
Mhm.
is a science slash space nerd's wet dream. It is absolutely well done. It is well thought out, and it doesn't hold punches. I loved reading this, and I was very concerned when they said they were going to make it into a movie because I could not see how they were going to pull this off. I still am a little concerned about like runtime because so much happens in that
Yeah,
book.
I was gonna ask you, do you think that this just might be a part 1 kinda situation?
No, no,
No, you
it
think
can't
that they're
be.
gonna cover everything?
They have to. Unfortunately, it's one of those stories that if you stop in the middle, people aren't going to come back.
Okay.
Um, there's a whole lot of down before there's up. So it is a phenomenal story. And the way that you read it is you don't know the main character's past because he wakes up from a coma and he has amnesia. As he slowly regains his memories, we obviously read through it as it's happening. To stop it halfway through would just confuse the hell out of people.
Okay.
Even if you go further than that, like there's no stopping point. You have to just barrel through all the way to the end. And it is a hell of a ride, but it is so worth it. And that's why I it's so hard for me to think of how they could fit this into a to even 3 hour movie. It There's a lot. And I am excited for it. I am rooting for it. I was a little upset because the main character is a middle-aged kind of worn down scientist turned high school professor. And then they were like, who's gonna play him? Ryan Gosling.
That's how you get the
Like,
women in the
whoa,
door.
whoa, whoa. But after seeing the trailer, I will say, and I've gained a lot more respect for him
Yeah.
especially more recently with his more recent roles. Um, I think he can pull it off now. And after kind of seeing a little of what they have to offer for this movie, I have a little more faith restored. But this movie is going to be a big event.
Okay. So, hopefully it's not overshadowed by a lot of the other movies coming out this year, because
Yeah, and well, it's gonna be coming out earlier, so, I mean, we got March, I believe it comes out, so we'll see. I will say that obviously, The Odyssey is going to be
yes.
its biggest, competitor,
Yeah.
especially in a more fantasy kind of way, because obviously this is science fiction, and The Odyssey being fantasy in itself,
And
it's gonna be running like people are going to be comparing these movies, not
yeah.
directly, obviously, but I mean, what other science fiction movies do we really have?
Dune.
Dune and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
mean, the thing that's kinda cool this year, because I don't know if you remember a few years back, we had Barbenheimer, where we had Barbie and
yeah,
Oppenheimer. I did that, that was great. This year, it's supposed to be Dunes Day, so
yeah.
I'm probably gonna do that. I'm probably gonna do the Dunes Day. That's gonna be, like, a whole day of movie. So
Well, Dune is known to be long movies,
long.
and Doomsday is definitely
Like,
going to be a
gonna be
long
long.
movie. That's going to be 6 solid hours of your day. That
I know you're
is
not
like
gonna
a
do it.
shift.
You
That's
got
going to be a
kids.
work shift, my friend.
I mean, hey, we
Uh,
do it for the love of the game or the movie.
yeah. I may. Depends if things line up,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I might end up falling asleep through whatever second. So we'll see.
Uh,
Um, but yeah, no, I mean, as far as movies go, we've got quite a year coming.
yes.
And of course, those are just the ones that are announced. I mean,
Yes.
there are a lot of pop up movies that just come out of nowhere.
Let's quickly go into the smaller media here, which is TV shows.
Of
We're
course.
we're running the clock a bit, so we're gonna try and speed through these. I'm excited for most of these. I mean, I am interested in some of the other ones I'm gonna say, but first off the bat, Invincible season 4. I
Absolutely.
can't wait for that. Amazon's killing it, literally. And speaking of Amazon, we got The Boys season 5. We got the
Yes.
finale. That is those 2 for Amazon, that's worth paying Amazon Prime. Just those 2
Oh,
shows. I
absolutely.
I
And
mean,
I'm all on board on that. Um, and I'm very excited to see where this all goes, especially with Invincible.
yes.
Um, it's been all build, 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 and I
Yeah.
can't wait.
And we're still
Uh,
technically halfway through the comic book series with this
as a whole,
season
yeah.
4. So, like, I think by season 8, they probably make it go to 10 seasons, who knows? And then on
I
the
do believe they are aiming to do a few movies. I know that that's what Seth Rogen has
live
brought up a
action,
couple of times. Yeah, so we will see. That would be interesting. I
yeah.
highly doubt Seth Rogen's going to be playing Alan the alien,
I
though.
mean, he just has
At
to
the
do a
very least,
voice.
voice it. Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say.
I mean, and
Um,
then going on
he's done that before, Paul.
that's true, he did play an alien, yep, that's true. Ooh,
Yeah.
Marmite. Uh, uh Boring conversation anyway. Next, streaming service we're gonna hit now is HBO Max. I'm looking forward to Game of
Leonard.
Thrones, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and House of the Dragon season 3. They made us wait an extra couple months for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I think it was ready to come out last year, and they decided to hold off on it for some weird reason.
Right.
I don't know why. They could have just put it out, but maybe they because they had, I think, Welcome to Dairy, they probably wanted to have that come out and be for last year, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I'm excited, and then House of the Dragon, that is definitely, for sure, in my opinion, doing better than original Game of Thrones, just because Game of Thrones set the foundation for House of the Dragon as to where, okay, we got the people invested. We know we can put big budgets into this and not be worried about a return on it. So the spectacle is going to be there. At least I hope. I
Yes,
mean, it
for
was
sure.
last
Yeah.
season. So hopefully they've had 2.5 years almost to
They
do this.
did
So,
deter a lot in the
yeah.
last season from the original story. Um,
But the one thing
so
that I will say that kind of goes with that is that the books are technically accounts of
yes.
the
Well,
Maesters, and the Maesters
yes.
aren't necessarily always telling the truth because they don't really like the Targaryens. So,
Yes and no, but I mean, uh, it really the show for Game of Thrones in itself is way
yes,
different than the books too. I
yes.
mean, aside from that very first season, which was like, almost like word for word, it was
Wow.
actually kind of nuts. Because I watched the show and then read the first book, and I
Okay.
felt like I was just, you know, reading the script. Um, but yeah, uh, after that, it did deter a lot. Um, and yeah, I mean, this again is like they did like a season a book, back when they were doing Game of Thrones, and then for this is just one book.
Yeah,
And there's really not even that much to it, and the fact that they've stretched it out this long as it is kind of nuts.
yeah,
um and the same goes though for the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's one book, and
yeah.
they plan to really stretch this one out
Yeah, I
too.
think they said they're gonna do 3 seasons of this, of A
That's
Night of the
nuts.
Seven Keys The Night of the 7 seasons. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But, I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is, in its favor, it's only 6 episodes. So,
Yeah, but it feels weird that they're gonna break it up. There's not really too much to break up. So I have a feeling they're gonna be taking some crazy liberties with it.
of course. I mean, they're probably gonna show different times in people's lives. I'm for as far as ages. That's my guess, but I don't know. I'm not I have nothing to do with the show,
Yeah,
so
they're gonna go well beyond the actual
yeah.
story
Because
there
tech
because
because with Game of Thrones, it was at a certain time, and then we have, House of the Dragon, which is 200 years basically prior to the beginning of Game of Thrones, and then this shows the midpoint, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So, they're building to something. What? I don't know because Game of Thrones
yeah.
already came out, but it's fun. I will say that they're not doing a horrible job. They're not doing a season 8
No.
so far. We're gonna go
Well,
to
that hold on, there's
oh,
one
you
more
got
thing you
something.
missed.
I did.
Lanterns.
Oh, yeah, see, I've never been a Green Lantern fan, so I didn't even think about that.
This might
Thank
change it for you.
I hope so. I'm hoping. I mean, it's, James Gunn, he has the hand in it, so I'm hoping so. I mean, it's also got Nathan Fillion coming back too. I know that. He's gonna have
Right.
another cameo, I'm sure.
At the very least, a cameo, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be in a little more, if only to have 1 or 2 episodes that are just solely him, but, it's something that they haven't really done yet, which blows my mind because the Green Lantern is one of the most powerful and most used in the DC comic book franchise, and their animated movies.
Yeah, and it
The
doesn't
fact
matter which one.
Yeah,
Which, Jon Stewart, Hal
exactly.
Jordan, Guy Gardner, you got them all, you know?
Yeah, well, the fact that it's barely been used in, I mean, obviously because of Ryan Reynolds,
Yeah.
not because of him, but because of that movie, they just shied away from it, but there's
Yeah.
just so much to it, um, and it blows my mind they've waited so long to actually push through and give it the budget and story it deserves. I don't know if we'll get the story that it deserves. I mean, that has yet to be seen, but I am excited for it nonetheless. I know that it is being done by fans. So, we should be getting something at
Yeah.
least that would be worth watching.
I mean, I think it's gonna be good. I mean, I'm I forgot about it, but I am looking forward to it now that you bring it up just because I've never known a lot in the way of Green Lantern. I mean, other than seeing the old '90s cartoons, the Justice League and stuff like that. So I'm interested in finding out more about their lore and stuff like that. Other than we just got rings and they make constructs. So
It's the fact that it's limitless, to an extent,
mhm,
um, and it's all based on the imagination of the user. It's
yeah.
like it really is limitless. There's so much that can be done. They have some great villains. So yeah, if it's done well, it will be really good.
Now we're moving on to Disney Plus. So we got a lot of Marvel TV shows coming out. We have Wonder Man, which I love that they brought Slattery back. He was great in the Iron Man movie as
Yeah,
the fake Mandarin and
yeah,
Shang-Chi. I loved him in there. We got Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, which the last one was good. This one, hopefully, they continue that streak of
yeah,
just don't mess with the formula, keep going. And then we got Punisher. He's got his little special, and I'm not sure if he has a standalone show or not, but we also have Vision Quest coming out, which has also been in the making forever, and we're supposed to get Ultron back in that. So James Spader, can't wait to see him again. And finally, with that, I know we have a Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord coming out, which I believe is a bridge between Solo and Rebels. So that's going to be interesting. Those are what I'm looking forward with that on Disney Plus. Is there anything on Disney you're looking forward to, or
no, I mean, the number one show that Disney has brought us, for me, is the Alien Earth.
okay,
But yeah, we're not getting anything this year. I believe they may be filming this year.
okay,
Um, so maybe next year. But yes, I mean, I'm not a huge Disney fan. They have acquired a lot of things that I enjoy, so I
yeah,
have to deal.
yeah. Unfortunately, for all of us, let's be honest. Last thing I want to touch on is possibilities that could be coming out this year. If it does come out this year, I am excited, which I know you wouldn't be because it's a remake. Is God of War 1 remake. It has somehow been leaked, announced, whatever. Might be coming out this year for PS5 and it's supposed to, from what I understand, have different mechanics and stuff. So it'd be nice to see the classic game with a fresh coat of paint on it. I'm a sucker for that kind of thing. I know you're not. I know we also have possibly the Wolverine game coming out.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
still in limbo. That I'm really looking forward to because it's going to be set in that whole Spider-Man universe too. Except this is going to be brutal. It's
Yes,
freaking
brutal.
Logan.
I can't wait. Now, the previous Wolverine game that came out on Xbox was done really well for its time. So as long I feel like it's gonna be one of those games that's gonna have the legendary like status, not just because of
Yeah.
it being really good, but because of the history of the games being good. Um, so honestly, I have no doubt that it's gonna be a really good game. Again, the Spider-Man games, Insomniac Studios, yeah, they're doing a great job, and I'm very excited to see what this looks like.
The other thing that could be coming out, I mean, it's more than likely is, for sure we're gonna get a Dragon Ball movie coming out.
Yes.
But there's been rumblings that Dragon Ball Super might be getting a remake, which is weird. I'm
I don't
assuming
know how that's gonna work.
Which I'm
It
assuming maybe it's because they were like, a lot of fans were unhappy with the artwork and stuff like that of, Dragon Ball Super in general when it came out, so maybe they're just kind of gonna streamline the whole story and whatnot. Maybe it's gonna be like Dragon Ball Super Kai, where they just kinda tweak
yeah,
the inconsistencies. I don't know. But then again, that comes down to what we talked about. I think Dragon Ball itself needs a reboot. I think it just needs to be started from scratch, you know, done right though. Not, everybody says, "Oh, you remake it and then totally butcher it." No. You remake it, you just make it more tight, more concise, less confusing, you know, make sure the filler really makes more sense into why it's there if you even put it in there. Uh,
right.
Either way, I don't know. I don't know. We're getting some Dragon Ball stuff this year. For
The
sure what it
problem
is,
with
I don't know.
remaking Dragon Ball as a series is, for one, the humor between Japanese and American is very different.
Yeah.
And people would want a one-to-one remake,
Yeah.
basically. It would just look better. The hardcore fans, they can't do that because then it would just be a remaster. And then obviously updating the lore means settling on one thing over the other, and that's the kind of thing that divides fans.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
regardless, fans are already divided anyway, so, like, what
yeah, they really are.
yeah, I mean, they're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless now that Akira Toriyama's passed away, so, either way, I'm excited as long as it's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for me. Do you have anything else
Yeah,
you wanna add?
no, that is it. We've
Alright.
talked everyone's ear off enough.
Yeah, we were actually planning, folks, for this to be 25 minutes. Well, we guessed wrong. So you guys got a lot more bang for your buck. And if you don't know who we are Plot Hole Productions, and you just watched the latest episode of the PlotCast. You can always catch us on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. What are you doing? Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this episode. And until next time, I'm your host, Nate Slater,
And I'm Chris Sandbrook, and we'll catch you
in the
in the
void.
void.